I have always steadfastly supported everyone's right to their own opinion, no matter how different they may be from mine. He who denies this right to others, makes himself a slave to his present opinion, because he prevents himself from changing it. Government, even at its best, is a necessary evil, at its worst, which is intolerable. Common sense will tell us that the forces which have sought to subdue us are the least worthy to defend us. Humans enter society not to be worse off, or to have fewer rights, but to make those rights more secure. But such is the irresistible nature of truth, that all it asks for, and all it wants, is freedom to appear. A group of men who consider themselves to be irresponsible to anyone should not be trusted by anyone. The small islands, unable to protect themselves, were appropriate objects for the kingdom to take care of. But something doesn't make sense, if a continent is constantly ruled by an island. That there are people in all countries who make a living by war, and by maintaining the quarrels of nations is as shocking as reality. Nothing is more certain than death, and nothing is more uncertain than the time of death. Real men smile in adversity, gather strength from adversity, and grow courageous by reflection. He who wishes to secure his own freedom must guard even his enemies from oppression, for if he violates this obligation, he sets a precedent that will reach himself. Unbelief does not consist in believing or not believing. It consists in professing to believe what he does not believe. One of the strongest natural proofs of the folly of hereditary right to kings is that nature disapproves of it. Otherwise she would not often turn it into ridicule by giving man a donkey for a lion. If I don't believe as you believe, it proves that you don't believe as I believe, and that's all it proves. Let them call me a rebel and welcome. I feel no worries from that. But must I suffer the tribulation of the devil? Must I become a whore of my soul? Intemperament is always a virtue, but moderation is always a bad trait in principle. Persecution is not a genuine feature of any religion, but it has always been the hallmark of all religions established by law. It is necessary for man's happiness that he is mentally faithful to himself. Disloyalty does not consist in believing or not believing, it consists in professing to believe what he does not believe. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. But we have this consolation with us, that the louder the conflict, the nobler the victory. Not in numbers, but in unity, our great strength lies. But our current numbers are enough to resist the power of the whole world.